If you've been in business for at least a month, you've probably had at least one of these thoughts. What am I doing? Who am I to think that I can build my own business? Is this really worth all the trouble? Am I even doing the right thing? It's normal. It happens to all of us repeatedly. And the best thing we can do is to just know that it's going to happen and have an arsenal of tools and strategies in place to be able to take the lesson, throw the rest away, and keep on keeping on. I'm Nikki Elledge Brown, the communication stylist, and in this video, I want to share 3 simple ideas you can try the next time you're tempted to quit or to silence yourself and sit out back on the sidelines. This happened to me most recently. I recently shared that I'm pregnant as of this time that I'm recording this message. And in my first trimester, I mean, it's normal that you're going to be tired, but I did a lot of like ups and downs of what am I doing in my business? Am I sharing the right message? Did I paint myself into a corner with this course that's all about copy when there's so much more I want to be able to share? And I haven't been blogging regularly, so I'm not adding value. Like, what the heck am I doing? Riding the coattails of my 2013 self. I just did a lot of introspection and I realized how negative and down on myself I've been for quite a while now. And so just now at this point, I'm pulling myself out of it, and that's why it's really relevant, and that's why I wanted to share it with you right now, because I'm realizing that there are 3 big things that we can all do whenever we get into this business funk. The first thing, the number one thing, is to revisit your why. So why did you start this business in the first place? It's easy for us to take this idea, run with it, and then the next thing you know, you have sucked the fun and the life out of everything that you're doing in your business. For me, if you've heard my story, I'll share a link to lengthier versions of it. But basically, I literally felt like God was knocking me on the head, like, Nikki, I gave you this gift of communication. It's time to share it in a bigger way. And so that's all I did. There was no pressure. There was no expectation. I just wanted to get out and help the world become more confident and competent communicators. And then magic happened from there. Somewhere along the line, I started to put so much pressure on myself that I had to do this next and this next and this next. And I lost touch with that faith piece that really inspired and sparked it all. So that's the first thing I want you to do, is think about, why did you start this in the first place? Number 2 is to reach out to your dreamies, your dream clients, your dream students, your dream customers, whoever it is that you love to serve through this business of yours. Reach out to them. This works for me. Like last summer when I was recreating a course about copy, I knew I needed a Facebook group because I knew I needed to see people who weren't in the course yet that were really excited to join the course. I needed that mutual inspiration society, as I like to call it, to get my buns in gear and finally finish something that I had been resisting for months. Again, this is a pattern, do you see? Anyway, I needed it. So whether it's creating a free Facebook group where you can actually see and interact with the people instead of just having them on your email list and knowing that they're out there somewhere but they're faceless, maybe it's a free Facebook group, maybe it's a group Q&A call, maybe it's even just a live Q&A on your Facebook page. Maybe it's actually setting up calls and you just actually want to talk to people. So you send an email to them and say, here's my schedule. I'd love to have a 15-minute talk and just see how I can serve you. Because when you take the focus off of you and the panic and the pressure of whatever it is that you're doing, and you go back and think about the people that you wanted to serve in the first place, not a doubt in my mind, you will automatically be more inspired and rejuvenated to remember that you know stuff that the rest of us don't. So if you don't share it, we're not going to hear it. And so I think there's huge value in just reaching out to your dreamies. Okay, so I have my post-it down here. Revisit your why, reach out to your dreamies, and then the last thing, unplug. Just unplug. Shut me off, close the computer, put your earbuds away unless it's music or you have some kind of meditation or visualization that you can do. Pray. Get out into nature, take a walk. Some of my favorite things to do to unplug and kind of get back grounded into that divine inspiration space. When we're in Hawaii, it's going for a walk out by the harbor. When we're in Texas, it's just hanging out in my parents' backyard, which looks more like Hawaii than my own backyard. with really calming music or worship music or whatever it is. It's your job, because really this is like an occupational hazard that you will come across again. It's your job to have a strategy in place to handle this, okay? So figure out whatever it is for you where you can just kind of unplug from all the noise and all the pressure and expectations and all the opinions of this is what you should do, this is what you should do. No. You know, intuitively, I believe we all have that spark inside of us that God gave us to kind of guide us into the way that's the path of least resistance, that's going to be more valuable than anything we could try to manhandle on our own mental, control freak brain power. And so it's our job to be able to facilitate that, and to kind of open up to receive that inspiration. So those are my tips. Those are my strategies. Let's see if we can actually put them in play. To review. Number 1, revisit your why. So it's easy, again, to just kind of lose track and all of a sudden you're on a totally different track than you were when you started. Remember why you started. Like, remember why you fell in love with your husband in the first place, that kind of thing. Fall in love with that why again. Number 2, reach out to your dreamies, because they'll love it. They will love it and you will love it. It will automatically get you inspired to keep serving and adding value. And then number 3, unplug and tune in. So your homework today, if you have any other ideas for how to snap out of a business funk, absolutely leave them below and we can create a great resource for each other. Otherwise, if you've been in a funk, give one or all 3 of these things a try and let me know how it goes, because I would love to hear, oh my gosh, I talked to this amazing customer and hey, maybe you got a sale out of it. That's pretty inspiring too. So whatever it is, again, just remember you're normal. Remember you are not alone. Remember that it is your job, though, as a professional, boss lady or boss man, to have a plan in place to handle these funks whenever they come along. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm so honored and excited to be part of your journey. But again, if you need to, shut me off, unplug, and go tune in. And I'll see you next time. Because if you work from home in your pajamas all the time, you start to just kind of feel blah about yourself. You can do calls and you can write emails, or you can film videos. You can do whatever you want with no pants or a mullet of an outfit, as I call it, which is like it's business up here and then party down below because nobody knows what's going on.